Hello everyone, I'm Zach, and today I present to you part 1 of the Protomen's musical trilogy loosely based on Capcom's Mega Man, complete with narration included. As it's a rock opera, these albums indeed tell a story, but it is mostly found in the accompanying reading material, the libretto. With the long-anticipated release of Act 3, I decided to create these videos to make the narrative more accessible to those who haven't read or just don't feel like reading along. That said, some of the narration might be longer than the breaks between lyrics will allow for. I will do my utter best to preserve the flow of the music, but there will be parts where I have to splice or use editing trickery to extend parts of a song or create short breaks. I strongly recommend listening to the albums in their original format to get the pure experience. All music and visuals are the sole property of their respective owners, namely the Protomen themselves and Sound Machine Records. I do not own this music, and this video will not be monetized. Without further ado, I present Act 1.
No one was left who could remember how it had happened. How the world had fallen under darkness. At least no one who would do anything. No one who would oppose the robots. No one who would challenge their power. Or so Dr. Wily believed.
There is a skyline in the distance. A brilliant and bright city with building after building crowded into a dense and industrious center. The city is closer now, rushing past the buildings to the base of one crumbling high-rise. The first story passes by. The second now, and with more speed. There is a blur of windows and brick. 18. 19.
20 floors above the dark streets of the city, Dr. Light lived in a rundown tenement. An eccentric and brilliant man, Light was a loner, a thinker, a man of ideas. Ideas forbidden in Wily's society. The society for which he worked. The society in which he lived. The society he would set free. And so Light worked far into the night, where the watchful eyes of Wily's robots weren't upon him. He had set his skillful hands to the task of creating a device to bring about a change. To create a machine to bring freedom. To create a man to save the world. 12 years Light worked, and on a cold night, the year 2000X, Protoman was born. A perfect man. An unbeatable machine, hell-bent on destroying every evil standing between man and freedom. Built for one purpose, to destroy Wily's army of evil robots. Ready, willing, prepared to fight.
The streets, the arteries of this metropolis, run with bodies. Crowding together, they flow out of the city, toward a superstructure east of town, a factory, a fortress. Glancing at its facade resembles the face of a skeleton. Smoke pours from the stacks high above the outer wall. The gates are open. A figure stands in the light before the entrance. Perfectly still, he waits. The crash of metal destroys the silence. One by one, the robots step forward, step into the light. The violence is surreal. Metal against metal, the sound is deafening. For most, the reaction is automatic. Hands cover ears, mothers reach to cover eyes of terrified children. The blows are quick and precise. This is Protoman, dealing death without remorse, without hesitation, and still, the fight is unbalanced. One against so many, Protoman fights on without fear of defeat, although it is inevitable. The men keep their distance, straining to see every crushing blow through the smoke that has surrounded the ongoing battle. The din stops abruptly, unsettlingly.
And as the smoke cleared, Wily rose above the countless robots remaining. Protoman was wounded, low on energy, struggling to remain standing as Wily ordered the final attack. The death of Protoman.
gathered there to watch him fall, to watch their homes destroyed. They watched it beat him, they watched it break him, they watched his last defense defeat. It was not a man among them who would let himself be heard. From the collective fear arose these broken words.
Between the gaps in the trembling and calloused fingers that cradle his heavy head, Light watches the mob of cowards carry Protoman's scarred helmet, all that was left of the man-machine who would have been their savior. As the crowd marches somberly back, some to their homes, some to the makeshift grave where Protoman's helmet would remain, all to slavery, Light notices a tear streaming down the dorsum of his hand and feels a breathtaking weight in his chest. What is this? Frustration? Humiliation? Hatred? Certainly, these are there too. But no, this is more than that. These emotions are his life. He has lived with them for so long that they no longer affect him. Over years, he has learned to fight them, then ignore them, and finally channel them into his work, his creation, his machine, his son. So that was it. The source of tears and the pain that caused them. This time, he had built more than a machine. He had sent more than a robot to battle. He had sent a man, his own son, to do the impossible, to save those who could not be saved, to die. There was the hatred again, the rage welling inside of him. No more, he thought, as he tore down the tools and parts that framed his apartment workshop. Never again. Mankind deserves the hell they have brought upon themselves. He smashed and cut, metal against metal, metal against flesh, in an effort to destroy his own means of creation. He had allowed the tears to pour from his cheeks and mingle with the blood seeping from the cuts in his torn and battered hands. He had set out to use these hands to destroy his workshop, but now watched as they seemed to be creating of their own accord. Pieces of machine from the floor were seized and fused. They began to take form, the form of Light's anger, the form of his guilt, the form of his grief, the form of his love, the form of his son. Years passed. Nothing changed. The human race seemed weary but content to suffer under Dr. Wily and the robot army. In whispers, they still spoke of Protoman. Eventually, Mega Man would find out the truth. Dr. Light knew this. When Mega Man was old enough, Light called him into the workshop and began to explain.
The story many times before you sleep. This
time listen carefully, and I will tell you once again. This time understand that what I'm telling you, every single word is true. You need to know. There was another who came before you. He was a hero and your brother and my son. He fought the darkness won. And he fought bravely, and he died bravely. But he was forsaken by the ones he wished to save. And when he died in vain. You need to know. Time is coming, and I must warn you. I know it's something that you may not understand. They can't be saved by just one man. And I am sorry, 'cause I was wrong. And I take away the weight his shoulders had to bear. 'Cause when he fell, I was the only one that cared. You need to know!
Mega Man broke away from his father's hold, ran to the window and looked out over the city, his eyes filled with tears. His heart hurt under the weight of what he'd just been told. How could his father do nothing? How could Dr. Light not avenge the death of Protoman?
That story's finished. That story's ended. Understand there's nothing more that we can do. And I will not risk losing you. For if you leave now, you will be fighting for a people that refuse to comprehend. They have chosen their own end. So you will stay here, you will obey me, and I will keep grieving for the son I sent to death. You are all that I have left. You need to know.
Mega Man tore past Dr. Light. He threw the doors open at the end of the hallway and disappeared into the stairway. Light called after him.
You cannot run!
I've seen the city 1,000 times.
For the class 20 stories high, and I have watched this city burn. If everything that you said is true, there's no hope someday they will end. But if I stay here with you, and I will never know the truth.
Do not say this is how it has to be.
As I walk through the city streets, just frightened people watching me pass. There is an evil that holds them there, but they won't try breaking its glass. But if I stay here with you, and I will leave them to their doom.
Do not say this is how it has to be.
You do know better than the fools of this modern city.
Mega Man stopped. His path through the city had led him to the grave of his brother. Men began to gather below the hilltop where he stood silently, reading the words of his father carved onto the crumbling marker.
Even here, it is not safe.
Benetta.
on the stone, and some angry hand holds
The buildings fly past him now. Mega Man rushes towards the east side of the city, towards the fortress, towards his fate. The rusting metal loudspeakers mounted at intervals on the side of the stone wall are humming, chanting now words to settle the stir created by a new hero. Words to quell a potential uprising. Words to inspire fear. Words to drive back the idea that freedom is within the grasp of one angry mob headed by one unstoppable leader. One perfect machine. The voices of the men and women carry him forward. Mega Man has no fear now that freedom is near. Standing between the sea of men and Mega Man's final purpose is an army of robots, commanded by one leader. This is not Dr. Wily. Wily has no power on a field of battle. This is Wily's second in command. His face is shrouded in the shadow of the fortress, his rough features and solid construction obscured by the void of light. The robots advance. One by one they fall. No mercy will be shown. No hesitation. These are machines. They cannot feel pain. They cannot understand what drives Mega Man onward. The rage is lost on these soldiers. Mega Man has his target now. The commander of this army will fall. All the wreckage he must wade through to get there is insignificant.
Sing your armies. There's no man or machine who can stop me. And you'll soon see I've come for vengeance. For the first son of light, and I'm ready, and I'm willing, and I'm prepared to set free from what you have set free. You'll show your machine. Fight my brother for him now. End with me. Are you wounded? Those of you who can. Off the ground. Hurry back! Tell your leader you'll need more men! Set free from what you got! Set free! Your strongest machine! Fight my brother for him now! Will end with me! Is this from what you got? Is this your strongest machine? With one power!
Nearing the gate and the leader of the robot army, Mega Man's fury yields to confusion. This commander is not just a machine.
The shadow it covers your face, with your eyes shine just like mine. Step forward, step into the light. If you're ready, you're willing, you're prepared to fight. So be it, send your armies. There's no man on the machine. see. I've come for vengeance, for the first son of light. And I'm ready, and I'm willing, and I'm prepared to fight. Save me from that you got. Save me, your strongest machine. Fight my brother first, and now will end with me. This, the best you got. This, your strongest machine. With one power shot, just see what vengeance means.
Just before the shot rang out, the blast that would end this battle, the commander stepped out of the shadows and into the light. This was a face our hero had seen before, in visions and dreams. This was not the face of evil. This was the face of a hero. The face of a son. The face of his brother. This was Protoman. Mega Man dropped to his knees and lowered his weapon. Dr. Light stepped quietly out of the crowd.
You're trying to understand. I told you your brother had been killed. And yet here he stands, in the very shadow of the man you came here to destroy. You came here to avenge his death. You came here to save mankind. You see now, you cannot do both.
Mega Man's eyes raised to meet his brother's. Protoman met his stare, held it for only a second, and turned his attention to the bloodthirsty crowd.
Tell me now, is there a man among you here? Is there no one who will stand up and try to fight? Tell me, man, is there not one in all your ranks? Is there no one who values courage over life?
Protoman turns his attention back to his brother.
They looked to me once, now they turn to you. Do you understand now? Do you see that the truth is they don't want to change this? They don't want a hero, they just want a martyr, a statue to raise. I've given everything I can. There are no heroes left in man. So it begins. No matter which one of us lives, the ground we're standing on will crack and blow away. You will fight, and when you fight alone. And at the end, you see, there was no other way. I've been here before, I stood where you stand. They call me the hero of man. But why should we save them when they stand for nothing? If they deserve life, let them stand for themselves. Given everything we can. There are no heroes left in man. They'll watch you die to save their lives. They will not stand here by your side.
Suddenly, Protoman stops. His eyes fall on his father. His face changes almost imperceptibly. Nothing changes but his eyes. Then, as quickly as he'd stopped, Protoman leaps off the shattered robots and lands in the midst of the remaining army. Throwing his bare hand into the side of one robot, Protoman sends him flying into the ranks. 3-4 robots fall under Protoman's powerful blow. He destroys his own legions as he makes his way to the front of the line. He stands alone in front of Mega Man.
Given everything we can. heroes left in man. So let them watch as we decide the very fate of all mankind.
The air is thick with smoke. Protoman makes no move, but stands, still at some distance, at the ready. Mega Man, still fighting to fully grasp the truth of the situation, raises from his knees. His weapon raised hesitantly, Mega Man locks eyes with his brother, but breaks free seconds later. His eyes dart over the crowd searching for light. His father's eyes are on the ground. Dr. Light can watch no more. The crowd watches with fiery intensity. Mega Man's eyes fix once again on Protoman. His weapon drops to his side.
I will not fight you.
You have no choice.
I'll stand beside you.
I stand alone.
You're still their hero!
Then they are fools.
This cannot be the only way!
No man saw the blow. The light was blinding. The crash was deafening. The two brothers stood feet apart, both in pain. Only Protoman fell. His knees hit the ground. His weapon followed. Before he could fall any further, Mega Man was at his side. The brothers, the Sons of Light, embraced. Protoman was dying. Nothing could stop that now. Protoman looked up through strained eyes and tried to speak. At first, nothing came. Summoning all his remaining strength, Protoman whispered these words into his brother's ear.
If these people tell this story to their children as they sleep, maybe someday they'll see a hero. It's just a man who knows he's free.
Protoman was dead. crowd seemed pleased. Mega Man finally understood. There are no heroes left in man. The fallen body of his brother at his feet, Mega Man removed his helmet and began to walk away from the fortress. The remaining robots looked at their broken leader, then at Mega Man. Without orders, they would neither advance nor retreat. With eyes full of rage, Mega Man looked over the whole of mankind, turned his eyes back to the robot army, and lowered his head. Slowly, he loosened his grip on his battle-scarred helmet, letting it drop from his hand to the ground. The robots immediately turned from Mega Man and cast their eyes towards the fortress. Dr. Wily stood high above the robots, high above the crowd of men, high above their broken heroes. With a wave of his hand, the robot army had their orders. They advanced on the crowd to punish them for their thoughts of rebellion. Men fell in waves. Those most eager to watch the bloodshed were the first victims of the slaughter. The sounds of machines marching into a screaming mass did not cause Mega Man to turn. The sound of children crying for their mothers would not pull his gaze from the far edge of the city. The sound that finally caused Mega Man to pause long enough to look back at the burning city was the voices raised over the din, chanting almost in unison.